What's up, explorers, and welcome. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make a fire with a ferro rod. I'm not going to be making a full-blown fire because it is kind of warm today, but I'm just going to be showing you the basis on how to make it. Let's get started. This is the dead grass that's going to burn really good. This stuff will light quickly. Notice how I selected the small skinny sticks that snapped. Those are the dead ones and those are the ones that burn best. If it has recently rained or snowed, be sure to select tinder that is not on the ground. And be sure that it snaps, because most of the time that means it's dry enough to burn. So what you're going to do is, you see how small they are, just break them further. Smaller, get as much as you can out of it, and they're gonna burn nicely. As you saw, I got these from a dead standing tree, so they're not gonna be wet. Even if it rained, they'll dry off pretty quickly. I also collected some dead grass and pine needles that had fallen. These pine needles, they dry off really quickly, so does the grass. So even if it had been raining, then they would be pretty dry and they should work. Then of course the next steps I have are the dead branches that I broke off from pine trees, and I don't know what kind of tree this is, but hopefully these should work. Now I am going to be attempting this with a ferro rod, a cheap one from Walmart, and my survival hatchet, which is right here. So this should work. So what I ended up doing is I ended up putting these underneath the kindling just so I could have a firm base, so I could plant the ferro rod in it and it won't move or have to reset it as much. Hopefully this works. So I moved over here so I could use the flat log as a better base. Now the little sticks are in there. And there we go, folks. That is how you start a fire with a ferro rod. The bigger the sticks you put on, the longer the fire is gonna burn. This was actually my first time starting a fire with a ferro rod, so I'm pretty stoked on that. To go back over what I taught you today is you would need a ferro rod and a survival hatchet or any kind of metal knife, and all you would do is collect a bunch of grass, pine needles, or some thin bark like birch bark, something of the sorts. Dead leaves also works. And you take that ferro rod and you firmly plant it on something. You want to have something under it, like a flat rock or a flat log or something, and then you just strike until you see the ember catches, and then you or either sometimes it'll just blaze up and you run it over to your fire pit or wherever you want the fire. Already have your small sticks and then a little larger, little larger, little larger, so on and so forth size sticks, and you just keep adding them on little by little by little, building that fire up, and then you'll have warmth, you'll have something to cook on. And yeah, I hope I taught you something, and thank you for watching. Peace, love, and have a great day.